Here are scenes from tonight's episode. Robert, are you here?
Do you see who speaking? Now,
Haunted Encounter Adventures presents Haunted Acadia Ranch 3.
Welcome back to another Haunted Encounter Adventures episode. In this part 3 of a 4-part series investigating the haunted Acadia Ranch in Oracle, Arizona. Last time we were here, we had made contact with Robert, a young boy who shot himself on the ranch and who is buried here in the Oracle Cemetery. And tonight we go visit Robert once again to pay our respects and to give him a toy truck. In tonight's show, we go back to the ranch to once again investigate with our SLS camera and to do another seance. But first, let's take a look around the Oracle Cemetery to see if the SLS camera will pick up any ghost apparitions. It didn't take very long as the SLS camera began to pick up these 2 ghost apparitions. Look, there's one over there, leaning up against his tombstone. We came across many infant burials, and I couldn't help but think on what Robert had told us in episode 2. As night fell and the darkness covered the graveyard, the graves then came alive with light. A touch of sadness came over me as I looked upon the children's graves as they glowed in the darkness. In tonight's investigation, we team up with ghost hunters of southern Tucson.
Scott, 6 years investigating the ranch. Wendy, 4 years investigating the ranch. Darren, 4 years investigating the ranch.
As we climbed the stairs and approached this once tuberculosis hospital, I remember all the activity that we had gotten on our last adventure here in this haunted building, and was anxious to see what we would experience next in this investigation. Now let's venture inside and start our ghost hunt. This seemed to be the coldest room in the whole building.
It's super cold in here. You guys tell the difference when you walk in here?
Yeah.
It's colder in here.
Tell me some of your experiences here at the Acadia Ranch.
Doors closing on their own. Voices, shadows. We had shadow figures. We caught a little girl peeking around the corner right here across the hall, actually.
Oh, damn.
And she kind of peeked out like this. And then over her was like another adult that came over and almost like pulled her back in.
Holy cow.
That was a couple years ago.
Yep, that was actually in that room over there.
Yeah.
Like where the ice box, I call it ice box when I was going through. The ice room, and then it was like down the hall. And it looked like a little girl saying you could see her hair hanging.
Yeah.
And then something just pulled her back.
Oh my
Like
God.
a parent or someone. And then in here we had a lady sitting in this wheelchair. We had a camera face focused on her in here. On the other side of the room, or in the hallway, we had another camera. The door started closing on its own, just and caught about right here. It slammed shut super hard.
Oh shit.
There was literally nothing here, and it's just like this. It sits here, and I don't know if they have it on the floor now, but
Then one night, me and Darren were here with John, remember? And we were sitting out here in the hallway, and the door was closed, and the door was closed, and we saw a shadow, like somebody walking in front of the door. The light was on, and we were sitting out there, and then we heard like ladies' high heels.
Oh wow,
We
really?
left the door shut, but we were sitting right out here in the hallway, just sitting on the floor.
Uh-huh. As Wendy was explaining her encounter, a orb flew past her. Could this be a spirit, or was it something else?
Like crazy, that was pretty cool.
I wonder why there'd be a lady
Wow.
with high heels on here.
Well, you know,
this
the
is an old,
nurses.
this is an old
Does
TB.
everybody wear high
This is
heels?
an old TB.
Maybe.
Like,
Yeah, they had
not
a little
necessarily
square.
hospital, but
Oh, okay, I get it.
You know,
But, yeah,
so you used to have
yeah.
people here. You used to have the people here
Yeah,
trying to get better. And
yeah, from
did
tuberculosis.
the last day was live. or
And you
whatever.
know how the nurses back then wore those little, what's those little
Yeah,
square
the
heels
yeah,
so big?
the little
you know,
square heel, yeah.
The white
So,
ones, yeah. So.
My first time here, we did what we call a quiet session. You just turn a recorder on and sit and just listen for however long you want. We did it for about 10-15 minutes, and we caught, when we played it back, we had coughing, people asking for help. We had footsteps going across the floor, all kinds of stuff.
Man,
It was pretty cool.
wow.
Yeah, people
Actually-
were probably coughing from because
Oh,
they had tuberculosis.
Actually, what was really cool is the guy who used to do this with us before, John. It was him, myself, Karen, and her daughter. And he would actually sit in the quiet session, and he's like, "Oh, something just touched my neck." And that's when we stopped and played it back. And at that point, you could hear footsteps going across the floor.
Oh, damn.
And then they stopped, and just as they stopped is when he said he'll touch his neck.
Oh my
And
god,
what's
that's
weird is the
creepy.
next day, he went into the hospital with kidney stones.
Oh shit, really?
It's kind of weird.
Yeah.
Wow.
Were you
We've got-
here the night that Brian was sitting here?
Oh yeah, Brian
And
went
he
into a
just-
trance.
He went into
Oh
a
yeah,
trance?
yeah. It was Kevin.
No, it was
That's
Brian.
right.
Right?
Brian
Oh,
was
no.
sitting and Kevin was in there. Yeah.
I remember Kevin doing it. I remember.
Brian was sitting right here and he was like in here for like 45 minutes,
Yeah,
half hour.
Whatever it was.
And
Yeah.
he thought he was in here for like 2 minutes.
Yeah. He was sitting here. We
Dripping in
walked in.
sweat.
He was just
Oh.
sweating, and where he came in to talk to him, he goes, "Hey Brian, you okay?" And he just sitting there. He wouldn't talk.
He just
He didn't
looked at me
just
like
like
he didn't even know
staring.
who I was.
I've talked to him before. Brian.
And what else had happened? Then the old man's voice began on the ABP out there in that main room.
Oh, yeah.
Everybody sits
A
out.
bunch of voices. Down in the shed, we had people calling me out by name over and over,
Yeah.
cussing at me.
Yeah, he was
Oh,
up
damn.
here. He was up here. We were out there at the room at the end, and
We're actually doing a Facebook session.
yeah, there you go. And he heard it say his name, and it said, "F you."
No doubt. Damn.
He was in here, and we were down there. So it was pretty. And they know Scott, and whatever was down there at that time knew who he was. So Scott came back. He came down there after trying to talk him into it, because you hear your name called out, you kind of freak
Well,
out.
one time it's no big deal, but you hear it 3 or 4
Yeah,
times
yeah.
constantly. It's like, you would ask us some stuff, and it's like, who you want, you would say my name. So I just came back up here and let them sit down there. So I went back down there, and when I went back down, we walked through the door, and on the recordings it goes, "Scott." As I walked in the door, like it knew I was there.
Oh damn.
Like, so you kind of,
Yup.
like, whatever I did, I apologize, you kind of talk to me, calm down. But that's happened.
There we had Little Lamb, the spirit box.
They kept finishing it.
Down there was before they cleaned the place up.
Yeah, that's before the shed was all fixed up, and they got it fixed up now, really good. But before it was just spider webs and spiders and stuff.
Yeah.
It's kind of weird, but no, this is our favorite place, one of our favorites to investigate.
Wow, that's great, man.
Yeah, I like coming here too. Like I said, because I saw that doll move in that shed over there, and I was like, did that doll
Kids
just
around
move?
corners and stuff too. And
Yeah.
so, but our favorite thing is do is quiet session. We'll sit for like 10-15 minutes, just quiet,
Play it back and see what you
and
have.
play back, or you can sit there and you can hear stuff moving, or you can hear voices. We've heard a little girl in there before while we're sitting in there.
I've heard laughing.
Yeah.
We were talking one night waiting for the brothers to get here, and I just decided to play it back for shits and giggles, and yeah, we had a guy come across and say, "I'm not playing, and I'm not pregnant," or something like that.
Oh dang.
Yeah, and then he's
It
laughing
was
about
just
it.
us three sitting in
wow.
that room, and the AVP, the recorder was just going, just sitting and going. And then we're like, what the heck, we're just gonna listen back, see if we got anything, and sure enough, it's this old man's voice.
Yeah, and see, that's what I told him out there in the shed. It was an old
Right.
man, and he said, "Go away, son. I don't feel good."
Yeah.
Well, there was another couple that was here that went down in the shed about the time that I was getting my name called, and they went down there on their own, and you can hear her. She played it back for us, but they were recording as they walked down, and her boyfriend walked into the shed, and then she walked in right behind him, and on the recorder you hear, "Get out."
Oh.
And she goes, "Okay," and she turns around and walks
Yeah.
out. And it's just like that on the recording. It's like, "Get out." Okay. And she's gone. And they went back down there.
Yeah.
She
Talk
went
about
back down there.
poltergeist.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, that is. That's a trip.
Well, the story, I can't get into the whole lot of it because I'm not quite sure, but the lady that used to live in this house next door actually had all this, and she donated it to the city of Oracle.
Oh,
That's how
okay.
it became historical Oracle. Right?
Oh, okay.
So she decided to keep the shed though. That was part of the property, and she would go in and try to do things. And she said she would hear things and feel things, and it was just really spooky. Things would move and fall over and get thrown at her. And so she said, "You guys take the shed too. I'm done with it." And she fenced it off right there at the shed, so she had anything to do with it.
Oh, man.
Yeah, that
That's how we got
shed
that started.
is, yeah, because I didn't even want to go in there. I just stood in the doorway kind of
Well,
like I am now.
Before they cleaned it up, it was way worse. It was spiderwebs and crap everywhere.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's
crap
almost
and-
like there's something evilish
Yeah,
down
you can-
there.
It was
We were-
something, yeah.
We were told that's where the pregnant mothers were, and that there was actually babies buried out there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, the land itself, we've never really done anything just outside of it, huh?
Not really, just a shed.
Just the shed.
Outside we sit and do things.
Mm-hmm.
We pick up stuff in our quarters. I mean, it's a happening place. It's just.
Yeah, when I was doing a seance, a doll actually moved
Yeah.
off the table. Yeah.
Well, I don't doubt it. We've had, what was it? There was something in the hallway we were doing one time when John was here. I think you guys had just started coming around, and we were doing something in the hallway, another session or something, and before they moved everything around, two of the books were sitting on a chair and actually like was pulled off the chair off the corner.
Wow.
That too was pretty neat.
Wow.
But nothing really like, evil or trying to hurt anyone.
Sure. Just the poltergeist moving stuff and making noises.
They definitely let you know that they're around when they want to.
When they-
Yeah, they do.
Well, I mean,
Right?
we've seen, little deals in the bed as if someone was laying down in there.
On the SLS deal, I caught a few times, I caught something laying on the bed.
That one night, remember how crazy the SLS was?
Up there.
Oh,
On
yeah.
the roof
Catching
and
like
stuff,
things up on the roof in that main room right there. I mean, I would raise my SLS up and there was stuff hanging off the lights and stuff.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
And then we had ordered pizza. And it was crazy. We had ordered pizza and it looked like something was on top of the pizza, like trying to get pizza. It was crazy. But that was a crazy night in that room right there. So
Wow,
it
cool.
just depends.
Millimeter going crazy and responding back to questions.
Yeah.
It's like regular lighting and
Like,
stuff.
K2 was just going to red in that housing.
Oh, what was it?
So,
Oh. But yeah, and another other thing I've had was, like I said, in that the room in the back, the ice
That's right.
room, in the far right corner, up against right there, that mouse, plastic mouse.
Oh, yeah.
There's a rat up there.
Yeah.
I noticed the rat.
I was standing there, we were doing a spirit box session, and somebody had said something in my ear. So, yeah, and then you had interaction with some lady in there that really liked you.
yeah, like one of the first times we
First
came.
time we ever came, but after
We
that.
went to say, do you have to say anything else before we
Oh, yeah.
before we go? And the book was like, no.
Yeah,
That's
we
right, I
had
remember that
a
one.
spirit box.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we were getting ready to turn off the spirit box, and we were like, "Do you have anything else you want to say?" And it sounded like a little girl, and she goes, "Oh no."
But it wasn't through the spirit
Yeah.
box. It was just it was an EVP.
Oh, it was
then
AV.
his-
That's right. It was
And then
AV.
his
That's
last
right,
night, he
that's
caught
right.
another recorder in there.
Yeah.
That whatever it is,
Yeah.
laugh or whatever it is, I don't know.
So,
Wow,
Everything to
cool.
do is quiet sessions. In this
we love doing quiet.
Awesome, guys. Thank you. The SLS camera picked up these two ghost apparitions. Then one went through the window and proceeded to turn into a monster. What was this thing in front of me? Then they both disappeared. And this room was said to be where the autopsies had taken place at. The SLS camera picked up this ghost apparition floating above the saddle. As we ventured into the living room, the SLS camera picked up this ghost apparition over there by the desk. It was like he knew I was looking at him. He was floating right in front of me. He was changing shape, and then he disappeared. I always enjoy looking at the Indian artifacts in this haunted museum. now travel through the kitchen on our way to the ice room, where some of the bodies were kept at. And some say they wasn't quite dead yet when they were placed inside. They died, smelling the rotten flesh of others. This will be our first location where we conduct a seance. While being in this room, you could really feel a presence, as my light on the camera unexpectedly turns off. Now it's time to see if the spirits who still reside in this room will communicate with us.
Everybody here would like to talk with us.
As we started the seance, we could hear the pouring rain outside.
What's
I
your
had
name?
left to go get Scott,
Can you
and
say
I left
hello to
Pam
me?
to talk with the spirits.
If you're here, can you say hello to me? My name's Pam.
Scott and I then returned
Who's
to the
with
room.
us? Who's me? Can you tell me your name? Mike? Was that a Mike? What does that sound like to you, Mike?
Are you a male? Pete, are you here?
Talk to us.
Don't stop talking because I'm here. What?
What?
I said, don't stop talking because I'm here. Do you know who I am? Do you remember me? I've been coming here for a long time. Probably 4 years, 5 years. Maybe 6 years.
6
Wow.
years. Damn. Hello. Who are you?
Are you one of the children that roam around here?
Don't be shy. Talk to us.
Were you a patient? Or were you a medical person? Doctor, nurse? Cook? Janitor? Anything?
Gopher?
Gopher?
What was that?
Can you touch my bear? Can you see the bear? Can you touch it? I'd like for you to touch it. And then that lets me know that you're here.
Touch it. Do you remember us from last time? What is it, Tom?
Tom or don't?
Yeah? Don't? You want us to stop?
Say it sound like I do.
Maybe. We really won't know until we get home and play it back.
I know. What color is my hair?
Red.
Pam's hair is naturally
Sounded like it,
red.
didn't it? A little bit.
What color of hair was yours? What color of hair did you have?
Tight.
So you were a nurse? You wore white?
Are you buried in here?
I don't know.
I think so, Did you die here?
Were you sick?
What is your name?
We now venture back into the main room where the SLS camera picks up this ghost apparition sitting on the table. It then jumped off the table and landed in the chair, as the SLS camera was also napping Scott. Then the SLS camera picked up this monster above Pam. Now let's see what the spirits have to say in this haunted
Anybody
room.
here like to talk about it? Who am I? I'm Jeff. Who are you?
It was raining outside, and there was water dripping from the ceiling. Then the spirit said,
Drip? Did you hear that drip?
as Wendy was asking a question, this light bulb then went off next to
I asked
me.
him earlier if there was a nurse or... Ooh, what? The ball's going off in that chair over there. Cool. I was asking earlier if there's a nurse or a doctor in here. Are you still in here? Whoever touched the light over there on that chair, can you do it again?
Yeah?
Yeah? Go do it.
Paranormal what?
Oh, that was weird.
What is your name?
My name is Black. Name.
Name?
Then the spirits started talking backwards.
I bring myself
Talk to us.
successes from more successes.
What happened?
But what we provided other people's opinion.
Who are you? Who are you?
Can you touch a ball and make one of the balls light up for us? There's one in the chair, and there's one on the table, and there's one on the radio.
You know? What do you know?
Are you a little boy? Are you Robert? Is Robert here?
The spirits were silent. Then they said,
Robert, are you here?
If you see evil, please speak. If you believe in yourself.
we hope you've enjoyed part 3 of our return to Acadia Ranch in Orville, Arizona. Make sure you go check out part 1 and 2 of our investigations here. Thank you for watching, and make sure you hit that subscribe button. See you next time in our final episode at Acadia Ranch.
Haunted Encounter Adventures.